meetings?
No, sir.
Is the FBI still targeting Catholics?
No, sir.
Is the FBI still spying on President Trump?
I don't believe so.
Is the FBI still censoring Americans?
No, sir.
Is the FBI still targeting Americans for shopping at Cabela's or purchasing Bibles?
Nobody is targeted for their faith.
Is the FBI still targeting Americans who are pro-life?
Nobody is targeting anyone for their beliefs.
Is the FBI still cooking the books on crime data?
The crime data is real.
Is the FBI still purging agents for conservative viewpoints?
No one at the FBI has asked their viewpoints on politics.
Is the FBI still labeling the Betsy Ross flag, the flag of the American Revolution, a hate symbol?
No.
Well, maybe that's why you've been able to, what was the number? 23,000 bad guys you've arrested, a huge increase from the same time period in the previous administration. I think you said 1,400 predators, 4,000 children rescued. Were those the facts?
4,700, 35% increase on children rescued.
Yeah. And you got the guy that, Abbey Gate?
We got the Abbey Gate guy.
We had a guy from the 4th District of Ohio who lost his life there serving our country. We appreciate that. Maybe when you're not focused on politics, you can actually do what the FBI is supposed to do. Go get the bad guys, right?
That's what the men and women of the FBI do.
Director, did John Brennan lie to Congress? Let me just read a couple things, actually, before you answer that. 2 years ago, we had Mr. Brennan in for an interview, and I asked him, how'd you learn about the dossier in December of 2016? Mr. Brennan replied, I received a copy of it from the FBI, and the CIA was very much opposed to having any reference or inclusion of the Steele dossier in the intelligence community assessment. That's what John Brennan told the United States Congress. 7 weeks ago, the Director of National Intelligence told us this. John Brennan lied and denied using the dossier in the intelligence community assessment because he knew it was discredited. CIA officer told the House Intelligence Committee Brennan refused to remove it, and when confronted with the dossier's main flaws, he responded, yes, but doesn't it ring true? John Brennan lied to us?
Mr. Chairman, I won't stylize the evidence. What I will say is that the intelligence community assessment, those that created it and any individual involved with it, is an ongoing investigation.
There's an investigation.
So here's what went down. Mr. Chairman, questioner, presses hard, asking why former FBI Director Chris Wray hid documents and whether the FBI spied on priests or leaked info for political purposes. Director Kash Patel, responder, admits they turned over hundreds of pages, while Wray gave far fewer, but avoids speculating. He confirms leaks investigations exist, but many are classified. The chairman highlights a troubling cycle. Government insiders leak info, media publishes it, and then that same media report is used as evidence to push investigations forward. Patel acknowledges this actually happened in 2016 to 2017 with FISA applications tied to Carter Page and the Trump campaign. He agrees it even touched the President of the United States. The big takeaway? Patel basically confirmed that tactics meant for foreign surveillance were used against Americans, including Trump, which is a huge deal. Wow. Okay, that's wild. Hearing Kash Patel confirm on the record that surveillance tactics usually reserved for foreign enemies were actually turned inward on Americans, and even the President, that's heavy. It really makes you think about how blurred the lines got during that time. Honestly, I was shocked at how direct the chairman was too, reading off code names, pressing on why documents were hidden, and calling out that FBI priest angle. That almost sounded like a movie script, but this is real life. Here's my thought. Government transparency matters. If agencies start playing political games, trust breaks down. And once that trust is gone, it's nearly impossible to get back. Leaders should double down on accountability, because whether you're left, right, or center, nobody wants to live in a country where political surveillance becomes normal. So what do you think? Was Patel holding back, or did he give us the confirmation people were waiting for? Drop your thoughts in too, he comments. I'll be reading them. And hey, if you're into these kinds of political deep dives and raw reaction breakdowns, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Shockfiler, and hit the bell so you don't miss what's coming next.
an ongoing investigation.
There's an investigation into what took place in December 2016, January 2017, when this whole thing started, this grand conspiracy. That is being investigated. Is that right?
That has been publicly announced by the department.
That's been announced by the department. Did Chris Wray hide documents from this committee?
You would know better than me, sir.
Well, I think you told us like 700 pieces of information you've given this committee since you've been the director relative to just one incident, the Catholic memorandum from the Richmond field office.
I can give you the comparison, sir. Yeah. The Catholic memo, I believe we turned over 750 documents. In Mr. Ray's tenure, I believe they turned over 19 pages.
19 pages. You've given us 700. Why would Chris Wray hide information from this committee? You want to hazard a guess?
I'm sorry?
Hazard a guess why he would do that?
I don't know, sir.
I think maybe it was because FBI was spying on a priest, trying to get him to break the priest penitent confidence that exists. You think maybe that was the reason?
You'd have to ask him, sir.
Yeah, we'd love to do that. I want to read a few names here. Arctic Haze, Tropic Vortex, Riding Hood, Foggy Falls, Echoes Fate, Sirens Lure, Genetic Christmas. What are these code names about, Director? You know?
Not off the top of my head.
Well, Arctic Haze, Tropic Vortex. My understanding, these are code names for leak investigations of classified information from the year 2017. Does that ring a bell?
In terms of leak investigations, many of those are classified and many of those are ongoing, Mr. Chairman. But we are working with you to produce documents as we close those investigations or as we declassify them.
Let me ask you this question, because this is something I've wondered about the way the FBI used to work. Wait, this whole thing so many of these things unfolded. Seems to me you had all these people in government leaking information that then gets reported in the press. There's a story written about it. And then that article is then used to further the investigation and move forward with what they want to do. Did that take place back in 16 and 17?
That's the exact scenario that took place in the FISA application for Carter Page and the rest of the Trump campaign.
And that is frightening. Because that's what the CIA is supposed to do in foreign countries. It's not supposed to happen to Americans, but it did, didn't it, Director?
Yes.
And not just any Americans, it happened with the President of the United States. Is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and you were the key guy in helping expose that. And I think our country will be forever grateful for what you did to let the country know that was going on involving Americans, which is not supposed to happen, and not just, again, any American.
So, in this clip, we've got Mr. Chairman asking direct yes or no style questions, and FBI Director Patel responding. The chairman pushes on some hot button issues, spying on parents at school board meetings, targeting Catholics, Trump, pro-lifers, even people shopping at Cabela's or buying Bibles. Patel's answers are almost all, no sir, or some version of, we don't do that. Then it shifts to achievements. Patel says the FBI arrested 23,000 bad guys, rescued 4,700 kids, a 35% increase, and even caught the Abbey Gate guy connected to that tragic attack in Afghanistan. The chairman acknowledges those wins, but also reminds Patel, when the FBI stays out of politics, it can actually do its job. Finally, the chairman digs into whether John Brennan lied to Congress about the Steele dossier. Patel dodges, saying it's under ongoing investigation. There's also mention of Chris Wray withholding documents, but Patel sidesteps again. The chairman is trying to expose political bias inside the FBI, while highlighting its real successes when focused on crime fighting. Patel stays careful, giving minimal direct answers. Wow, this was like watching a tennis match. Question: no sir. Question: no sir. Over and over. On one hand, you've got to admire how calm and consistent Director Patel stayed. Dude did not flinch. On the other hand, some of those questions were huge, like spying on parents or labeling flags as hate symbols, and just saying no feels too easy, right? What really caught me was the switch-up. After grilling Patel, the chairman actually praised the FBI for saving kids and nailing bad guys. That's the kind of work everyone can get behind. But when Brennan and the Steele dossier came up, whew, Patel got real cautious. That tells me there's still a lot behind the curtain we don't know. Here's my 2 cents. Trust in government agencies is already shaky, so transparency matters more than ever.
This whole thing
The
from
FBI
so many
wins when it
things
focuses on
unfolded.
protecting people
Seems to
and
me you had all
loses when
these
it looks
people in
political.
government leaking
For us as
information
citizens,
that then gets
it's a
reported
reminder.
in the press, and there's a
Stay
story written
informed,
about it, and
ask
then that
questions,
article is then
but
used
also
to
give
further
credit where
the
it's due.
investigation and move
Rescuing
forward with what they
4,700
want to do.
kids?
Did
That's
that,
massive.
Did that take place back
What do you
in
guys
16
think?
and 17?
Is the FBI really staying neutral? Or are they just dodging accountability? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I love reading
That
your
is
takes.
frightening.
And if
That's
you're
what
feeling
the
this
CIA is
breakdown,
supposed to do in foreign
smash that
countries.
like
It's not
button,
supposed to
subscribe to
happen to
Shockfiler,
Americans,
and hit the
but it
bell so
did,
you don't
didn't it,
miss my
Director?
next reaction.
Yes.
And not just any Americans, it
Because
happened
trust
with
me, we're just
the
scratching
President
the
of the United
surface here.
States.